mats, just laying flat onto our backs with our legs extended out nice and long. So you can just settle in here. You're going to take your arms and just reach them up behind you. Take that nice big morning stretch. Inhale, feeling lots of length there from the toes all the way up to those fingers. You can reach the arms a little bit longer, letting your shoulders pull up towards your ears. And as you exhale, just start to draw the shoulders back and down, anchoring the shoulder blades down into our mat. From here, we're going to start to find that neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and think about pressing your tailbone down nice and heavy into the mat. You can keep your feet flexed here, you can put your toes up to just a neutral ankle. And then we're going to start to inhale here, reaching the arms up, nice and long, over the shoulders. Stopping just over the shoulders here. And go ahead, let those arms drift on back. Inhaling as you send those arms out nice and long. And this time as you exhale, start to lift the arms. Again, just stopping over the shoulders here for the first few, just keeping a nice short range of motion. Inhale, let the arms go back. You can let the ribs splay a little bit here. And now as you exhale this next one, I want you to start to focus on that rib cage, drawing the ribs in, lacing them together. One more time, inhale, arms all the way up. And this time as we exhale, we're going to reach the arms all the way up over the shoulders and then press the arms down, palms towards the mat, fingertips reaching nice and long past the hips. And inhale, send those arms all the way up. And then one more just like that, nice and intentional with the movement, like you're trying to press something down towards the mat with the palms, arms reaching long. And inhale, arms go up. From here, we're going to start to take it into that roll up. So flexing the feet, you can take your legs out about as wide as the mat if you'd like. Inhale here, arms come up, biceps past the ears, chin towards the chest. And as you continue your exhale here, start to roll up off of the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Take a nice forward fold there at the top. You can reach those fingers past the toes. Let your neck hang out here for a second. Just let your chin drop all the way down towards the chest. Take one more inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to start to restack the spine one vertebrae at a time. Arms reach out nice and long. And exhale, we're going to start to tuck through that pelvis, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, keeping those feet nice and flexed, trying to find some stability through the pelvis. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to that roll up. So arms lift, chin to the chest. Again, trying to find that articulation through the spine here. Seeing if you can roll up one vertebrae at a time, finding that forward fold. Inhale there, exhale, restack that spine, and roll yourself on back. We're going to do two more just like that. That full range of motion here again. Connecting to the breath here, trying to find a little bit more mobility through the spine. It's okay if you slide around a little bit on that roll up or roll down. Reach for those toes. Restack the spine, sit up nice and tall, find those sits bones, and roll it all the way on back. One more time, we're going to roll up, finding that forward fold. Reaching nice and long for those toes. Hang out in that stretch for one nice long breath here. Take a deep inhale. Take a deep exhale. Start to restack that spine. Sit up nice and tall. So from here, we're going to start to find a little bit of rotation. We're going to take it into our saw, warming up our obliques for what we're going to do next. So arms are going to go out nice and wide into that T position. I want you to inhale here, sit up nice and tall, find lots of length through the spine. And as you continue that inhale breath, we're going to start to rotate over to the left. As you exhale, I want you to think about flexing through the spine, finding that C-curve shape, and then reach forward, right pinky finger to the outside of that left foot. You're going to restack that spine, sit up nice and tall, rotate back through center, and to the other side. So we inhale, we rotate, we exhale, find that C-curve shape of the spine. You're going to restack, sit it up nice and tall, and inhale, rotate to the other side. Jackie and I, our arms are too long. And continuing here with that breath. And that movement, we're going to go one more time here over to the right with this pace, nice and slow. Bring it back up through center. Hold for a second here. We're going to start to pick up the pace. We're going to add 3 little pulses each time we rotate. So I want you to inhale to the tall, rotate. You're going to reach and reach, reach, reach. Sit up nice and tall. Rotate to the other side. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, sit it on up. One more time here to the left. Reach, reach, reach. Sit it up nice and tall. Rotate. Last time to the side. Reach, reach, reach. And sit it on up. Arms can come down here. Shake out. Crazy how just holding your arms up there. Lots of work. All right, so from here, we're going to start to go into that roll back. We're going to go just about halfway back. So arms reach out here nice and long. Find that tall seated position. Inhale, sit nice and tall. And as you exhale here, I want you to roll, tuck back just about halfway. You're going to flex your foot. Find that nice C shape in the spine, that C curve. From here, I want you to rotate over to the right side. Watch that left hip. You want to anchor the left hip down. Start to give me little pulses from here. So same sensation that we had in that saw. Think about taking your left bottom rib and then you're pulsing it over towards that right hip. If you want a little bit more, go back a little bit further. If you need a little less, come up a little bit higher. Let's go for 8. Last 7. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to rotate through center and go ahead and roll all the way back. Nice little break before we do the other side. We're going to roll all the way up here to those toes, chin to the chest, 1 vertebrae at a time. Find that stretch, lots of length here through the legs. Maybe those hamstrings are feeling a little less sore now. You're going to sit up nice and tall, arms reach out nice and long. You're going to tuck and roll halfway back. Same thing here, flex the feet. We're going to rotate now over to the left, so that right finger, you can think about reaching past the left knee and start to take those little pulses. This time the right bottom rib pulsing over and across the body towards that left hip, finding that connection through the sideways, through those obliques. Breathing through this. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back through center and roll it all the way up down. Arms can come up. Take one last big stretch here. Let the ribs splay. Let the back arch off of the mat. And release. All right, continuing with some of our ab work here. We're going to take us into what's called that dead bug position. So knees are going to come up into tabletop. Arms are going to reach straight up to the ceiling. You can keep your head down here. If you want a little bit more, you're going to come up into a curl. So those shoulder blades are just floating off of the mat. Lots of length here through the back of the neck. From here, we're going to take our left leg, reach along, and that right arm extends out behind you. You're going to bring it all the way back through center as you exhale. And then inhale, right leg, left arm, and bring it back. So we want to inhale here and think about creating as much length as we can from the toes to the fingertips. Exhale, use the core to bring everything back in through center. We're trying to maintain lots of stability here through the hips. So you're not rocking from side to side. Try to stop the knee right over the hip every time you bring it back through center. Watching the opposite knee drifting in. Nice, good. Let's go. 2 more each side. All right, last set here. The last time with the right leg, the left arm. Bring it back through center, hold it here. So one more time, we're going to take that left leg, right arm, lots of length here. And then I want you to take your right hand behind your head. We're going to take that left arm, you're going to cross it over the right leg, and you're going to give me those little pulses here again. So lots of length here through that left side. Again, getting back into those obliques for 8, 7. You curl up a little higher, reach a little bit longer for 4, Last 2, and 1. Bring it back through center. Same thing, knees back on tabletop, arms straight up. We're going to go to the other side. So right leg extends, left arm, and then you're going to go left hand behind the head, right arm to the outside of that left knee, and start to give you those little oblique pulses. Again, lots of work here through that side waist. Trying to anchor down through the tailbone. Last little bit here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back through center. Head can come down. Hug your knees in. Take a little stretch side to side. I know. Ugh. All right, we are not quite done with abs or obliques, so we've got one last thing we're going to do. We're going to finish off with a crisscross. So, knees are going to come back up into tabletop. This time, hands come behind the head. You can cradle your head into your hands, get a little bit of support. You're going to come up into your bow or your curl. So those shoulder blades are floating off of the mat, gazes to the low belly. And then from there, we're going to take the left armpit to the right knee as the left leg extends. And switch to the other side. So you can pick your pace here if you want to start off a little bit slower and then start to move a little bit faster. But as we increase our pace, we just want to watch to get the stability of the hips and the pelvis, trying to keep everything nice and stable and centered on the mat. Keeping the rotation just into that rib cage. Watch the elbows starting to creep in. So you can keep the elbows nice and wide. So rather than knee to elbow, I want you to think armpit to knee. Maybe we start to pick up that pace here, moving a little bit faster. Reach along with those legs. Curl up a little bit higher. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring it down. Take that stretch. You can find your feet flat on the mat if you'd like. Maybe a little cross stretch there, letting the knees go side to side. Definitely do not start my watch. Always do this. Alright guys, from here you can just turn over onto your side. We're going to push ourselves all the way on up and come up into a standing position. So, first set we're going to do without the resistance band. Second set we are going to add it on. So we're going to face to the side here so we've got enough room. We're going to start off in that nice wide plie squat position. So toes are turned out, your legs are wider than your hips. And then from here, we're going to inhale. You're going to start to just lower down into that plie squat. And as you exhale and stand up nice and tall, we're going to bring those arms all the way up overhead. So lowering down, sweeping the arms just underneath those hips. And then exhale, stand it tall. Bring those arms on up. So moving here a little bit slower. As we lower down into the squat, we're trying not to fold forward. Think about dropping your tailbone straight down to the ground. Chest is nice and tall. Connecting to that breath, reaching up, watching the shoulders coming up towards those ears. Last 3. For 2. And then on this next one, we're going to come down into that squat and we're going to hold it here. So take a second and just check in with that form. We want to keep our knees slightly pressing back behind us. Open up through those hips. Slight tuck of that tailbone. So again, tailbone's dropping straight down towards the ground. Chest is tall. We're going to bring our arms out here in front of us into that nice rounded position. We're going to get back into a little bit of that rotation. So from here, I want you to inhale. You're just going to rotate through the torso over to the right. Exhale, bring it back through center. And inhale as you rotate over to the left. Exhale, bring it back through center. Continuing like that. Again, we're trying to separate here the upper and lower parts of our body. So everything from those hips down is staying nice and still. Trying to maintain the rotation just in that rib cage, wringing out through those ribs. Nice, guys. We're going to go one more to the right. One more to the left. Bring it back through center, hold it here, and then just little pulses for 10, 9, 8, can you go a little bit lower, nice and slow, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up, shake it out. Woo! Yeah, this teaching and talking thing, it's kind of hard. All right, second set, we are going to bring in our resistance band. So at any point if the resistance band feels like too much, please feel free to ditch it. So we're going to bring the band up over the knees, sort of mid-thigh area is good. We want to find a spot where it's not sliding around too much as we start to add some more movement on here. So we're going to get back here into that plie squat-like position. It doesn't need to be as wide as it was the last time, and we're not going to turn our toes out as much. So try to think a little bit more parallel position. And then from here, we're just going to start to come back down into that squat. So because the legs aren't out as wide here, you might feel like you're tilting forward a little bit more in the upper body, and that's okay. A little bit faster with the pace here. Let's go for 6. Last 5, we're going to start to add on a little curtsy lunge here in 4, 3, last 2, and 1. This time we're going to stand it up nice and tall. You're going to take that right foot, you're going to step it back behind the left, come down into a curtsy lunge. You're going to step out nice and wide. You're going to find a squat through center, and then the left leg crosses behind the right. Feel that squeeze through those inner thighs. Find that curtsy lunge. Stand it up nice and tall. Right leg behind the left. Find it center. Find that squat. And then to the other side. So in that curtsy lunge here, again, we want to feel the squeeze through those inner thighs. Letting that connection here, sinking down nice and low. Last few here. We've got 2 more full sets to each side. And then we're going to hold it for some pulses. Nice work, you guys staying with it. Last one to the left. Last one, full one to the right. Bring it back through center. And then we're going to step right foot behind the left. Squeeze those inner thighs, stay nice and low. Little pulses here. Keep dropping that tailbone down. Try to keep the chest nice and tall. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out through center. Take a squat here just to shake out those legs. And we'll finish with those pulses on the other side. Nice and low. Left leg's behind the right. Watch that right knee trying to press out to the right side. Squeeze those inner thighs together. A little bit lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Stand up. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water here, you guys. Take a second. Whew. But I want you to just come to the top of your mat. Legs about hip-width distance apart, a little bit wider. Just put some pressure on to that band. We're just going to take some nice stretches, some nice roll downs here. So you're going to inhale, arms all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, chin to the chest, start to take that candy cane and dive over. Rolling down one vertebrae at a time. And just hang there at the bottom. You need to bend your knees to get your hands to reach the mat. You can hold opposite elbows if that feels better. You can walk out those legs. You can sway side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Just releasing the neck. Hold here. Take a nice deep inhale breath, and as you exhale, start to tap through that tailbone. Try not to let that knee press out behind you as you roll up. Nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to lift. And we'll bring those arms all the way up on that inhale and exhale. Again, start to dive over, chin to the chest. Keep tucking, keep rounding through that spine. Roll it down. Again, whatever stretch here, whatever variation you would like to take. Not going to hold it down here as long on this one. Inhale here. Little soft bend through the knees if you need it. And as you exhale, legs straight, chin to the chest. We're going to roll it all the way on up. All right, at the top, just release those shoulders, rolling out a couple times, rolling back, rolling forward. We're going to get into a little upper body work here with our roll down. So on your next inhale, arms all the way up to the ceiling. Same thing, exhale, chin to the chest. Again, start to dive over here. Get one vertebrae at a time. If you need to bend your knees to get your hands to the mat, go ahead and do so. And then we're going to walk those hands out nice and slow, coming all the way out into our plank position. So if you want to come down to your knees here, you can. Otherwise, we're going to take just one push-up on those hands. You can go wide or narrow, dropping your chest down, press it up. From there, you're going to send your hips back up towards the ceiling, walk your hands all the way back in, hands towards the feet, soft bend into those knees if you need it, and just start to roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come all the way up. We're only going to 3 push-ups, I promise. Exhale, start to candy cane, dive over. Arms reaching all the way down, finding the mat. We're going to walk those hands back out. Once you find your plank position, again, knees can come down here. We've got 2 push-ups. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, drop. Exhale, up. Hips go back up, and then you can walk those hands all the way back in. We're going to roll up here last time with that roll up. Arms all the way up. And dive it back down. Keep tucking through that low belly. Hands find the mat. And walk it back out. Find your plank position here, nice and strong. Gaze is down, neck is long. We've got 3 push-ups. Here we go. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. The last one. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. And this time, just send those hips up. Find that nice down dog stretch. It feels good here. You can pedal out those feet. Think about spreading the upper back nice and wide. Lots of length here through the spine, length through the back of the neck. Settle in. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, we're going to start to shift forward. You're going to come back into the plank. If you need to walk your hands out here, you can. Finding that nice strong plank here, shoulders are stacked over the wrists, gaze is down, neck is on, slight tap of the tailbone. When you think about driving your heels back and lifting from the backs of those knees. From here, you're going to take that right leg and you're just going to take a little tap out, bring it back in, left leg taps out, bring it back in. So we're just going to tap those legs here side to side, getting a little bit more work through that outer booty, outer thighs. Core stays nice and strong. Continue to drive the belly button up and in towards the spine. Just here, a few more. Let's go for 4. Each side. Last 3. For 2. One more to the right. One more to the left. Bring it back through center. Hold that plank nice and strong. For 8, 7, 6, 5. We'll take a child's pose in 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, hips back, arms reach forward. Take a stretch. Take that child's pose. If it feels good here, you can circle out, roll out through those wrists. Whew. Take one more nice long inhale. One more nice long exhale. All right, so last thing we're going to do here with the band is we're going to come down into our 4-point kneeling position, or that quadruped position. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Before we get to going here with that work, we're just going to take a few cat-cow stretches. So on your next inhale here, you're going to drop the belly, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, and as you exhale, start to tap through the tailbone, rounding through the spine, press into the palms, back goes up towards the ceiling, and inhale as you repeat. So I want you to think here really like you're rolling through that spine, One vertebrae at a time. Inhaling for length and exhaling as you find that C curve shape with the spine. Letting that tuck through the low belly. One more full round here with your breath. Inhaling, lots of length. Exhale. And then we're just going to find that neutral position here, that nice flat back, neutral spine. If it's ever too much on your hands or your wrists, you can come down to your forearms. We're going to keep our left knee down. You're going to take your right knee, hover it just off of the mat for a second. You're going to flex the foot. And then from there, we're just going to start to lift, pressing the right foot up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you slowly draw that knee back down, just underneath the hip. So exhale as you press and lift. Inhale as you bring it down. Our goal here is to not shift our weight over to that left side. So trying to keep our weight through center. You can think about centering the weight right over the belly button. You pull pressure into each of those palms. And that left knee staying just underneath that hip. A nice full range of motion here, keeping the foot flexed. So you can feel that squeeze through the glutes, maybe that spot where your hamstrings connect to your glutes. Last 3. We're going to hold it at the top in 2. And 1 more. I want you to lift and hold. From here, I want you to point your toes, and you're going to extend your leg out nice and long. Hold it there, flex your foot, and then bend that knee back in, heel thrust towards the glutes. Before you move your leg, you're going to point your toes. Send the leg out nice and long. Hold it there, flex the foot, and then pull heel towards the booty. Point your toes, send it nice and long. Flex your foot, squeeze it in. Getting a little bit more into that hamstring here. Point and reach, flex, and pull. Last 2. And 1 more full range flex and pull. I want you to point 1 more time. You're going to send your leg out nice and long. Point your toes, just little tiny pulses up. Up and up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, flex your foot, pull your heel towards your booty, and then little pulses up, up, and up. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, shake it out, flex your feet. Sorry, someone came to the door. That doesn't ever happen right now during quarantine. All right, Jackie gets a break here. All right, we're going to come back down into that 4-point kneeling position. We're going to do one more thing on that right side. So left knee is still staying down. You're going to take your right knee, hover it off of the mat, and then from there, we're just going to do a little lift out to the side, tuck it back in. Not here for long. Just trying to target a slightly different part of that booty. Those glutes, you're going to feel this in that left leg here as well. Again, keep the gaze down the neck, nice and long, chins away from that chest. Just here for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring your knee down. Sit back, hips to your heels, arms reach forward. Just take a nice little stretch there. I promise we'll get to some figure 4 stretches here shortly. Take 1 more inhale here. Before we get to the other side, we're going to bring those forearms down. And then you can bring your hands together so you can kind of make that little rectangular triangle shape rather. And then we're going to lift the knees and just step your feet back out into that nice strong forearm plank. So before we move here, just finding our form, again, heels drive back. Lift from the tops of those knees, flex your quads, slight tap through that pelvis. Glutes are engaged, core is nice and strong. We're just going to start with some little tricep shoulder slides. So on your next inhale, you're going to bring those toes forward. Your chest goes a little bit closer over those hands. And then you're going to drive those heels back, slide it back. Again, just trying to find that movement here through the shoulders. Everything else stays nice and still, nice and long. Keep pulling that belly button up and away from that shirt. Last 6. For 5. 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Bring it down, knees down. Take that child's pose. Stretch, arms forward. Roll the shoulders back and down. Whew. Stretch out those wrists. Are you regretting making me teach that? All right, so we're going to come back into our 4-point quadruped kneeling position. We're going to finish off with the other side. Last thing we're doing with the band. So, right knee's going to stay down. You're going to take that left knee. Just start here, hovering the left knee over the mat. Flex your foot. And as you exhale, we're going to press. Sole the foot up towards the ceiling. Inhale slowly with control, lower it back down. Knee tucks in just until it's underneath that hip. And then we send it back up, nice and long, nice and strong. Again, keeping the foot flexed here, trying to feel that squeeze through the booty. Second side, you're probably going to feel that right leg firing a little bit more. Lots of stability here coming through the right side of the body. Keep pulling the belly button up and in. Nice and strong through the core. Watch that collapsing of the chest, pressing up through those palms. Last 4. For 3, we are going to hold it at the top here. In 2. And last one, hold it at the top. You're going to point your toes, send your leg out nice and long. Flex your foot, and then pull that heel back in towards the glutes. We point and reach as we inhale. We flex and pull as we exhale. Point and reach, flex and pull. Watch that body here shifting over to that right side. Try to bring the left hip back and down so it's even with the right hip. Finding that hamstring here a little bit more. Last few. We've got 3 more before we pulse. Last 2. And then on this next one, you're going to point and reach the leg out nice and long, and then just little pulses up, up, and up. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Flex the foot, pull it in, and little pulses up, up, and up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Come off of those wrists here if you need to shake it out. Lots of baby work today. Alright, and then we have one last thing we're going to do here on that left side with the band. We just have a little external rotation, that hydrant. So hands come back underneath the shoulders. Right knee stays down, just underneath the hip. You're going to take that left knee, hover it off of the mat. And we're just rotating out, tuck it back in. Again, range of motion here doesn't need to be huge. Just being guided by the amount of resistance in the band. And then try to work here with control in both directions. So you can use a little bit of momentum as you press out, but try not to let that band take over as you pull that knee back in. Just with you here, we've got 4. For 3, last 2, and 1. Bring it in and set it down. Nice work, you guys. Shake out those wrists. You can take your resistance band on off. All right, last couple minutes of work, and then I didn't start my watch. We're good. All right, so last thing we're going to do here, we're going to get onto our side, but obviously we're not using the band. To give that booty a little bit of a break here. So we're going to come down. We'll start on our right side. And you can just come all the way down. You can fold that right arm, just cradle your head and your elbow. And then we're going to take our left leg and you're going to cross it over the right leg. So don't worry so much about where the foot is placed. You just want to find a spot where you're trying to keep your hips as stacked as they can be. We're going to do a little inner thigh work here. So I want you to take your right leg, you're going to point your toes, and you're going to hover that leg just off of the mat. From there, you're going to give you a little lift and lower, lift, and lower. So again, range of motion here doesn't need to be huge. We're trying to recruit those muscles of the inner thighs to help us lift and lower back down with control. Again, trying to watch that top hip so it's not rolling or shifting around. Maybe seeing here if you can increase that range of motion without moving those hips. Let's go for 5. Last 4, 3, 2, one more time. You're going to lift, lower down, hover that leg off the mat, point your toes, and just draw me those little tiny circles. So the circle size here, maybe about the size of a quarter, drawing it with that big toe, keeping the leg hovering. We're going to reverse here in 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg, reverse those circles. Can you lift it a little bit higher? Watch that sideways collapsing down onto the mat. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. You can let both legs come down. Shake it out. And then we're going to get a little bit of our last upper body work here while we're in this position. So we're going to do those tricep push-ups. So we're going to take your right arm, you're going to wrap your right arm around your ribs. Left hand's going to come to the mat. You can think about lining up those left fingertips with about the shoulder. Again, you want to find that nice sort of neutral sideline position. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Think about drawing those ribs in. And then on your next exhale, you're going to use the left arm, pressing up, lowering down with control. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you lower. As you come down here, I want you to think about diving over a ball underneath your right side. So trying to let the shoulder come down before the side body or those ribs come down to that mat. These are so hard. Don't have to do many. Let's go for 4. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Bring it down. And we'll flip onto our back here. We'll take that nice bigger core stretch that I promised at some point. So you can take that left ankle, cross it over the right knee. We're going to do both sides here, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. You can keep your foot planted onto the ground or lift your leg, reaching the hands behind the thigh, pulling in. Think about taking that left knee, pressing it away from you. Take one more nice long inhale here. And exhale as you let it go. We'll switch sides. Right ankle over the left knee. Again, you can keep your left foot planted. That feels good. Here you can start to lift the leg, reaching behind the thigh, a little bit deeper stretch. Right knee continuing to press away from the shoulder. One last inhale here. And exhale as you let it go. We're going to flip on over onto our other side. I think you're a little bit of extension work, and then we will stretch it out. So we're going to find that side position here. Again, you can let your head come all the way down. If it feels better to hold your head in your hand, you can. You're going to take that right leg, crossing it over the left. Foot plants flat onto the mat. Again, just trying to find a spot where you can stack those hips. Right hip on top of the left. You're going to take your bottom leg, reach your toes nice and long, and you're just going to start to give you little lifts and lowers. So again, we're trying to recruit the muscles of those inner thighs. Core working here to keep us nice and stable, nice and strong. Letting lots of leg here through that bottom leg, continuing to point through those toes. We're getting into those adductors here. See here, maybe you can increase the range of motion, lifting up a little bit higher without shifting around on those hips. Let's go for 4. Last 3, 2, 1 more. Lift up. You're going to lower down, hover that leg. Pick a direction, start to draw those nice and tiny controlled circles. It's okay if it looks more like a squiggly than a circle here. For 4, we'll reverse in 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the direction of those circles. Opposite way. Don't know why this direction is so much harder. Nice work. You guys lift a little higher. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. You can let that right leg come down. Stacking the legs, stacking those hips. We'll take those tricep push-ups here on the other side. So that bottom arm wraps around. Right hand's going to plant down onto the mat. Again, find that position here. You've got a nice lift into that side waist. Left hip shoulder is down. And on your next exhale, you're going to press into the right hand. Lift up. Finding those triceps. Inhale, lower down with control. Exhale as you press up. So again, it's work here in both directions. We're not collapsing down onto the mat. We're trying to find that little side and reaching over. Good. Press up, squeezing through the back of the arm. Almost there. We've got 4. For 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good job. Go ahead and bring it on down. Shake it on out. And we're going to flip over here on it to our bellies, finding that prone position. Last little bit here, we're going to find that some extension. I don't know how you do this. All right. So just come all the way down here. Oh, this feels good. I think we can just go back to sleep now. All right, we're going to reach our arms out nice and long. So you can bring the arms about as wide as the mat so that chest feels nice and open. Legs can also go out about as wide as the mat, and we can take our toes and slightly turn them out. So the more we can find some external rotation, the more we're going to find and allow that pelvis to move, which might allow us to get a little bit more extension. So I want you to active with the hands so you can lift the palms up, almost like your fingers are a little tripod. You're going to pull those shoulders back and down. And on your next inhale breath, we're just going to lift the chest. Gaze goes out and forward. And exhale. As you melt, soften back down. Inhale here as you lift. So you might feel that dragging sensation through the fingertips, pulling back. And exhaling as you lower back down. So it's giving us some traction here. Think about pressing the pubic bone down and lifting the belly button up. Trying to maintain that nice neutral position as we get some extension through the thoracic part of our spine. 1 more. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower back down. Hold your hands in here and just take your right ear to the mat. Just gazing over to the left side. Just to get a little bit of release into the neck. And then go ahead and take the left ear to the mat or to the tops of the hands and just gaze over to the right. One more inhale here. And go ahead, bring it back through center. This time we're going to bring our hands into that cobra position. So the hands are wide. You can again line your fingers, tops of the fingers up with the tops of those shoulders. Your gaze is down, neck is nice and long. You can rest your head straight down onto the mat here if you'd like. Again, legs can go out a little bit wider to give us some more space to move. And then on your next inhale breath, you can start to press into the palms. Lifting the chest, you can go up here as high as you'd like. You can maybe straighten those arms only if it feels okay. And exhale, start to melt, soften back down. Take a breath there here to reset, full inhale. Roll, exhale. And on your next inhale breath, same thing here. Start to feel up. Think about moving still one vertebrae at a time, opening up here through the front of the body. You can press up into those hands. And lower back down. We're going to do just one more like that. When you're ready, next inhale breath. Start to lift. Press. Maybe those legs are floating slightly off of the mat. And exhale as you come all the way back down. Just soften out all the way down. And relax. Alright, we'll stretch it out here just a little bit. So go ahead, just press yourself on up. You can come on it to those knees. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift the hips. And just come back into that down dog stretch. And then once we're there, start to pedal out those feet. Lifting one heel, dropping the opposite heel. Pressing into the palms, just connecting back to that natural pace of your breath. And then you're going to go ahead, bring both feet through center. You're going to lift your heels up nice and high. And we're going to drop those heels down over to the right. Pressing into that right hand, feeling that side body stretch. Bring it back through center, lift the heels up nice and high, and drop them over. From here, bring those heels back through center. You're going to keep your left foot down. We're going to take that right leg. You're just going to send the right leg up all the way nice and long. If it feels good, you can bend the knee and open up through that hip. We're going to bring that leg through center, sweeping it through, and just coming down into that pigeon pose. So right knee comes down, shin to the floor. You can plant your hands. You can find a little extension here if you'd like. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward. Again, just finding that spot here where you can hold and breathe. It feels good if you have the ability here too. You can walk your head all the way down, resting it onto the tops of your hands. I'd say this should feel good after class, but pigeon pose never feels good to me, which means I need it. Let's take just one more nice long inhale here. And as you exhale, just start to lift back up, coming up onto those hands one more time. You can tuck those left toes under, press back up, and then just come back into your down dog stretch. Take a second here if you want to pedal out those feet again. And we're just going to take it to the other side. So left leg's going to sweep up. Again, if it feels good, you can bend the knee, open the hip. And then bring it back through center. Pull the knee in, sweep it through. Just finding that pigeon pose here on the other side. And if it feels good, you can start up a little back bend extension. And then just start to lower down, walking the hands out. Just breathing into it. And when you're ready, start to slowly walk those hands on up. We're going to tuck those right toes, lift up, come back into that down dog stretch. Just one more time. Maybe try to press those heels down, soften into the knees. And then when you're ready, just start to roll forward, just lowering gently, knees down towards the ground. We're just going to finish off in a child's pose here. So your choice, you can either go narrow with the knees or you can take the knees out nice and wide. You're going to reach those arms nice and long. Just let your head come down to the mat. Arms can go out in front, or if you're narrow, you can bring your arms back behind you. Just take your last couple deep breaths here in class. Think about filling out through that back body. Exhaling as you just melt and sink down into the mat. Releasing tension through the back of the neck, through the shoulders. Go ahead, take one more nice, deep, long inhale breath. And exhale as you let it all go. And you guys are all done.